What's going on, guys? The dawn of a new season is finally upon us as Thursday night, the Green Bay Packers will travel to beautiful Chicago to play the upshot Bears, who had an incredible season, an incredible turn from mediocrity to contenders in 1 year under head coach Matt Nagy. And this year, I decided to do some pick'em videos, but we, as always, will do our own little twist on things. So instead of making a big, long video breaking down each game, I'm going to do each game a week in a separate video and show some highlights and just talk about the general vibes of the game and just some notes on each team and who I personally feel will win each game. So, Week 1, Thursday Night Football. As I said earlier, the Green Bay Packers will take on the Chicago Bears. And this one, to me, is fairly simple. I'm going to go with the Chicago Bears. Now, the Bears return one of the best defenses in the NFL. The only notable loss upon the defense was Adrian Amos, who ironically enough will face his former team Week 1 as he's now over in Green Bay. But besides that, the Bears return Khalil Mack, Roquan Smith, Eddie Jackson, and the gang. So many incredible playmakers across the defense. It's hard to pick against this Bears team, and I understand the Bears had an incredible season last year. Just history and numbers would indicate that the Bears defense will fall off just in terms of production because it's so hard to keep up the insane production they had last year and turnovers and sacks and so on and so forth. So, while they may take a step back from that perspective, especially turnovers, the Bears defense as a whole is still extremely well coached, extremely talented, and now they have Chuck Pagano, because as we know, Vic Fangio was promoted to head coach over in Denver as Denver hired him to change their team around. So, Chuck Pagano has a good track record of being a solid defensive coordinator. He's super aggressive with his blitzes and super creative with his blitzes, something Fangio didn't do a ton of last season. So, I think from the perspective of blitzing and getting after the quarterback, the Bears may be a bit better this year. Well, they may have more sacks, they may give up some more yards because of how, blitzing work and so on and so forth. We know the whole deal there. Now, with the Bears offense, they employ an average at best quarterback in Mitchell Trubisky, who is the game manager, and there's nothing wrong with that in this league. Being a game manager wins you games. They have a decent offensive line. They have thunder and lightning with David Montgomery and Tariq Cohen. Obviously, Montgomery being thunder, the big, strong, rumbly guy who can run teams over. And then the lightning, Tariq Cohen, the flashy, the speed, the quick strikes. So the Bears offense as a whole has a lot of upside. Matt Nagy is a genius offensive play caller. He draws up some beautiful plays. They have Anthony Miller, Adam Shaheen. There's a lot of underrated talent on this Bears offense. And I just think as a whole, the Bears are the much better team all around. But just to give the Packers some justice, the Packers are an incredible team too. The Packers got decimated by injuries last year. Mike McCarthy's major incompetence across the board the entire season severely hindered the Green Bay Packers. Well, Mike McCarthy he's gone. And they brought in Matt LaFleur, who comes from the Sean McVay system. He had a rough go of it last year in Tennessee, but Tennessee is void of any offensive talent. He has Aaron Rodgers, guys. Come on, one of the best quarterbacks of all time. The best playmaking quarterback, maybe of all time. Aaron Rodgers is a great equalizer in this league because no matter how much better the other team is, Aaron Rodgers is just so significantly better than quarterbacks on the other team that he alone can keep you in any game no matter what. You have Devontae Adams, Jimmy Graham, my favorite tight end prospect from last year as a sleeper, Jay Sternberger, Martez Van Scantling, Geronimo Allison. So there's a lot of talent at that wide receiver position for Matt LaFleur to draw some stuff up. He has a lot of options to go to. He can get creative with the ball. And they also have not a bad running back themselves in Aaron Jones, who is a thumper. Aaron Jones, when he's actually been given the chance to show what he can do, he puts up extremely solid numbers across the board. Always, but the issue is they've never consistently used Aaron Jones since he's been drafted. So it kind of hinders what his numbers look like as a whole. Now, obviously on defense, the defense is where the significant gap in talent lies. The Bears' defense is miles ahead of what the Packers' defense is. So, the Packers, though, to their credit, do have a couple of pretty nice players on their defense. You have Kenny Clark at defensive tackle. You got a pretty good group of linebackers in Zadarius Smith, who comes over from the Ravens, Blake Martinez, Oren Burks. So you have a lot of talent at that linebacker position. You have Jair Alexander too, and you also have some decent corners in Jair Alexander. And obviously, the former player of the Bears, Adrian Amos. But as a whole, this defense is just nowhere near as talented as what the Bears possess on their side. I just think as a whole, this matchup just favors the Bears too much, as the Bears are out to prove that last year was not a fluke, that this team is for real. What they showed us last year is the Chicago Bears team of now. While the Bears offense, it may not be a top elite offense, and they're going to struggle and move the ball against elite defenses, this Packers defense is not elite, and the Bears defense is just can make enough plays in the end to win this game. So I'm going to go with the Bears. Like I said, I'm going to go 24-17. The Bears come out big week 1 and show the NFL world that this Bears team is for real. I want to thank everybody for watching. If you're new, hit that like button, subscribe for more videos. Put in the comment section below what game you want to see next. And with all that being said, boys, peace out.